on ESPN.
So what do Red Sox fans and Padres fans have in common? Nothing yet, but the specter of what might be following the trade of all-star third baseman Gary Sheffield leads one to wonder.
For sure, Red Sox fans will never forget the ill-fated trade of Babe Ruth. Padre fans, so angst at the Sheffield trade, have filed a class action suit against the team, saying they failed to live up to the preseason promise they made, in which the team said at least 6 players wouldn't be traded, wouldn't move. Included on that list, Gary Sheffield.
That's right. Now back to Babe we go. And as Keith Olbermann outlines, the Bambino and Chef have more in common than one might realize.
Gary Sheffield is not Babe Ruth. But Babe Ruth, 24 years old, having completed his 5th season in the majors, having posted these numbers, having been dealt off by an owner who was in financial trouble and also in the entertainment industry, may be the closest historical match for the trading of Sheffield. 24 years old, having completed his 5th season in the majors, having posted these numbers, having been dealt off by an owner who was in financial trouble and also in the entertainment industry. So as any Red Sox fan who knows of how Broadway producer and Sox owner Harry Frazee sold the Babe to the Yanks in 1919, all this has happened before. The Mandarin of the Athletics, Connie Mack, sold off 2 teams' worth of immortals, Eddie Collins and the like, in 1914, and then to avoid bankruptcy, Lefty Grove, Jimmy Fox, and all the rest in the 30s, Grove and Fox to Boston. But when a later A's owner tried to sell 2 more stars to the Red Sox, he was pulled up short. 1976, free agency is 4 months away. Joe Rudi, Rollie Fingers, and Vida Blue have already announced they will leave Charlie Finley and Oakland. So Finley beats them to it, claiming he needs cash to replace the players who are to leave him. On June 15th, he sells Blue to the Yankees for $1.5 million and Fingers and Rudi to the Red Sox for $2 million. Whereupon Commissioner Bowie Kuhn voids the deals and orders the players back to Oakland, citing plenipotentiary powers in the best interests of baseball. A year and a half later, and not as well remembered as the voided sale, Finley tried to trade his only remaining star, Vida Blue, to the Reds for minor league first baseman Dave Revering and $400,000, and Kuhn stopped that too. But eras change, and now there is not only no commissioner to stop the Sheffield deal, but a team can consistently and persistently script its payroll and be applauded by the game's management. On August 28, 1992, not even 10 months ago, the Padres were 6 games out in the NL West and pointed up, not down. And then the house cleaning began. Craig Lefferts to Baltimore, Tony Fernandez to the Mets, Darren Jackson to Toronto, and Sheffield to Florida. And as acting commissioner Bud Selig is no Bowie Kuhn, stopping the deal for the sake of competitive balance, Padres owner Tom Werner is no Finley, seeking to reinvest in his own team. Fans in San Diego who've never heard of Harry Frazee called Werner what Boston fans called Frazee 73 years ago.
We want people in San Diego to come out and support. With Tom Werner out there doing all this, we think he just needs to go in and have a checkup from the neck up.
The true irony of this deal is at the Florida end. At the expansion draft, nobody thought the Marlins would choose Brian Harvey because he made too much money. When they did select him, many thought they would trade him because he made too much money. But when trade day finally came, it was his understudy, rookie reliever Trevor Hoffman, who was traded